is this the appropriate way to do that, and is this actually fair?
Those who drive electric vehicles in Alberta tell me they're not surprised about a new $200 a year tax on the vehicles slated to take effect in 2025.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Parts Talk. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Now, at its core, the tax revenue system for motor vehicles is a complex web of regulations, fees, and levies imposed by governments to generate income from the ownership, operation, and use of vehicles on our public roads. And these revenues play a vital role in funding transportation infrastructure, maintaining road safety, and supporting public services. The city of Edmonton has implemented a tax on EVs. Yes. And if you have been following my channel and how EVs are manufactured, you will know that without a doubt, EVs are much heavier than their ICE counterparts. The state of Texas had proposed a similar tax, but Canadians know anything that happens south of the border, we here in the north, we try to outdo them or just double down without thinking of the implications down the line. Before we jump into our feature, please hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Take a look at this.
With the Alberta government adding a $200 a year tax for electric vehicles starting in 2025, drivers share their reaction with City News.
Our big thing is we have no problem paying our fair share. The question is this the appropriate way to do that, and is this actually fair?
Those who drive electric vehicles in Alberta tell me they're not surprised about a new $200 a year tax on the vehicles slated to take effect in 2025. In Thursday's provincial budget, part of the reason given for the tax is that electric vehicle owners don't pay fuel tax and that electric vehicles weigh more, causing more wear and tear to roads. A Tesla sedan weighs in at over 2,500 kilograms, while a Ford Escape can weigh up to over 1,700 kilograms. Badiak says while it's true electric cars weigh more, so do a lot of gas-powered trucks, but those gas-powered trucks pay the gas surcharge every time they fill up. Badiak adding he wonders how the province reached the numbers, saying electric vehicles make up a very small percentage of cars on Alberta's roads.
Today, we're only at about 0.2% EVs compared to everything else. Could they have said when we reach 0.5% or 1%, here's how we're going to tax it?
While EV owners don't pay a fuel tax, Badiak points to times where the gas tax was suspended for Albertans, but adds even with the tax, it's still cheaper overall to drive an electric vehicle.
The video is quite short, but before we get to the end, let's break down how the system works. Governments typically levy taxes and fees on motor vehicles at various stages of ownership and the operation. And this can include sales taxes or value-added tax such as VATs, HST, whatever you want to call it. On the vehicle purchases, registration fees, annual vehicle taxes, fuel taxes, tolls, and parking fees, among others. Owning a car is revenue for the government. The amount of revenue collected from motor vehicle taxes depends on several factors, including the size and composition of the vehicle fleet, vehicle sales volumes, fuel consumption rates, road usage patterns, and prevailing economic conditions. Cities usually charge people for parking and any other thing that they deem is in violation of their road act in which they implement. And they usually implement new taxes in order to make up for the shortfall in their collections. Changes in any of these factors can have a significant impact on tax revenues and the government budgets. Now, for consumers, the tax revenue system for motor vehicles can have both a direct, indirect implications. So directly, it affects the cost of vehicle ownership and operation, influencing purchasing decisions and budgeting considerations. And indirectly, it funds essential transportation infrastructure and services that are vital for everyday life, such as the roads, the bridges, the public transit, and emergency vehicles. Let's continue.
Instead, he proposes gas-powered drivers and electric vehicle drivers get charged the same when they fill up.
A penny a kilometer. If you charged EV drivers and ICE drivers the same penny a kilometer, you would end up with an equivalent amount based on the average 15,000 kilometers that people drive in Alberta from the last numbers we could find.
The electric vehicle tax hits pocketbooks next year. Reporting from Edmonton, Darcy Ropchan, City News.
Now, implementing a new road tax for EV owners in Edmonton may deter consumers from purchasing electric vehicles, thereby slowing down the adoption of environmentally friendly transportation options. And this could potentially stall the growth of EV manufacturers and suppliers, affecting job creation and innovation within the industry. It's already happening. We saw how many people have lost their jobs through startups failing and some filing for bankruptcy. And EV ownership could also have implications for the consumers. It may discourage individuals from making the switch to electric vehicles, as they may perceive EV ownership as less economically viable compared to traditional gas-powered vehicles. We're already paying a lot operating gas vehicles. And here in Canada, we have a carbon tax that seems to increase every 3 months. Every time you go to the pumps, the prices keep increasing over and over. And come 1st of April, the carbon tax is going to go up again. The emphasis is that EV owners will save more in the long run, but they need to take into consideration the cost of battery replacement. So this is hindering the efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emission, and combating climate change seems as not important anymore.
How dare you!
As usual, let me know what else can be added by commenting below. Thank you for joining. Remember to grab a copy of my ebook, The Parts Manager Guide. Please smash that like button on your way out. It'll only take you 1.5 seconds to do so. Until next time.